the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
On a warm afternoon in the Tar Heel State of North Carolina, EA Sports brings you to Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers. Everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
To get us started, it's Cade York, and off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will be fielded inside the 5. And look at this, right away a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Brissett. And this is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Brissett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here are the Panthers out for their first possession, and leading the offense in his first season with the team, quarterback Baker Mayfield.
And if there's a quarterback in the NFL who didn't need any extra motivation, it was certainly Baker Mayfield, because this young man already has a permanent chip on his shoulder to prove the doubters wrong. Being replaced and then traded from Cleveland, the team who took him #1 overall, it only added considerable fuel to his fire. Now in Carolina, his entire focus is proving that he can be an elite QB and silencing all the noise.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Even for a guy who many believe has become the standard in the league, Myles Garrett's 2021 was special. 16 sacks set a team record and were 3rd in the NFL, and he made first-team All-Pro to the surprise of no one.
Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw here. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Brissett now. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Complete to Amari Cooper. A 7-yard pickup. It brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
The Browns really liked what they saw from Donovan Peoples-Jones in 2021 as he came into his own as a deep threat, averaging nearly 18 yards a catch and getting nearly 600 yards total. They think they've got a long-term starter on the outside, and he picks up a 1st down here.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 22 yards for Nick Chubb. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys Had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
Now Cade York for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing. Mayfield. Over the middle. He's got Shenault. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again. And this result is even worse. They take a sack. On 1st down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here. He'll look to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Kevin Stefanski consulted with his guys above, and they've told him throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, on to kick it away, it's Pinheiro. Taken in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Our score after one here on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's not cool about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. It's caught, Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive. And chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Brissett. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 22, Mayfield to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
York now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Following the sack, Mayfield and the Panthers staring at a 3rd and long here.
He'll look to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett
Swings this out for Hunt.
and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, Brissett.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Brissett. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Brissett sets to throw it. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far into this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Cade York on now for the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want for your Mike linebacker. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Brissett on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And the Panthers coming out now. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Myles Garrett able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Let's take it inside his own 40. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Brissett. And he floated one out there incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Brissett. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Brissett now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, get it up. Let's go, baby.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. To throw is Brissett.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Bell, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The York on now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays. And David Bell closed things out with a touchdown catch.
Let's go. Let's go right here.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing. Brissett. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
Let's smart, baby. Let's ride, dog.
Brissett on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here now, Roberts. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Mayfield and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot, and they'll separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On play action, Brissett. Bryant with a catch right side. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Brissett to throw on 1st. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Hunt on the draw play. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Here's Brissett. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, Mayfield. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Brissett. And incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Brissett sets to throw it. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that is taken in by Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku from 21 yards away. And the Browns have opened the lead up to 30.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
York now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Mayfield's throw is caught here by Anderson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Mayfield finding Anderson for the Panthers first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield game there for a first down.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now he's... Browns, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The Browns drive about to get started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb to about the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's got room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Brissett. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now Brissett. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Browns add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. The York on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now Mayfield. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. That pass complete to Moore. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Brissett to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Mayfield now.
Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Mayfield now from the 50. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 45 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Mayfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came through it, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.